Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we kind of got back to working on building up our base here after clearing out all those biter nests. Worked on getting a lot of research done, and we started working on setting up for rubite processing so that we can get aluminum, so we can use the aluminum, amongst other things, to make nitric acid, which we're going to need to get infinite amounts of both bobbonium and rubite. So that is what we are currently working on. So we are mining the rubite patch that we started with down in the starting area to serve as kind of a primer to get our rubite processing running so that we can actually start making some nitric acid, so we can then use that acid to get more rubite. So that's what we're working on. We are feeding that into a new loading area that we set up here. And we now need to set up a place to deliver that rubite to, which is over here. And then feed the rubite into the new processing area that we set up. And then we're going to have to deal with all the byproducts, the stone, the slag, all those sorts of things. So we will work on that. So let's go ahead and get back to work here. Let's clear all this forest. Just get our bots to hit the wrong button. Silly me. Okay, there we go. Forest is cleared for the most part. And then let's go ahead and get a new loading bay added in here. And right now, we're not going to be able to build all of it. Do I have all my signals? Apparently I don't. Oh, and I am running out of basic electronic boards. That is causing a slight issue. Okay. Now, we're going to have to deal with this problem. Alright, so can this come through there? Yes. There we go. Oh, and I finished slag processing too, which gets us the ability to crystallize a bunch of different stuff out of mineral sludge. So that is good. Let's see, cobalt processing, cobalt steel gear wheel, cobalt. I'm not going to do the arboretums just yet, right? We don't need paper, we don't need the paste, we don't need the water bore. I don't need the Petrochem trains. They're cool looking, but they have some oddities with them that I'm not going to use them. Polishing, we are going to need that. Because we're going to need that to make gems. We need those gems to make the advanced laser weapons. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. Alright, and we actually do need another guy there. And then we need to sort this out as well. Let's see, could I potentially fit? Yes, that can fit through there. Alright, so this can go in there. Alright, and we need a stop. I need basic electronic boards. Okay. Actually, the best place for me to grab those at the moment... trees! I could remove them if I wanted to, but I don't want to clog my entire inventory full of wood. Alright. I'm going to go back to the old base and grab those circuit boards. So I'll be right back. Alright, I am back with the electronic boards. So now we just need to make that, and then it'll get installed. There we are. And then we now need the offloading. So, do I have enough to make 2? Of course, I don't have enough to make 2 warehouses. Let's see. I got a lot of junk stored in this car. Do I have any bricks? No, I do not. I'm really good at start setting up an area where we can make more bricks. Alright. Be back in a sec. Okay, I am back with bricks. So there we go. And I'm just going to hand assemble this one. Because this isn't going to be that fancy. There we are, there we are. Okay, so now we have a place that rubite can be dropped off. Oh, and you guys need to drop off near. Okay, there we go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to copy that and paste it there, and then, come on, copy, paste. This is going to be... Byte, I think, is the proper way that's spelt. Is that how that is spelt? R-U-B-Y-T-E. Okay, no. I knew there was a Y in there somewhere. It's like Ruby. Alright, so ore processing alpha rubite, and this is ore mine alpha, and then this is going to be starter rubite mine. Okay. Now, what do I need? I need a train. And I need engine units for said train. Oh, we finished polishing. Hold on. I don't want to be standing on tracks. So let's grab lithium processing. We're going to need lithium for better batteries eventually. So it'll be so much easier once I get a logistics network up and running. But that's a bit down the road. One thing I could do is just have this thing manufactured locomotives. Rather than having to make them all the time, but for now, we'll just hand make them. And we're gonna need cars. Actually, I already had a car in my inventory, so we'll make 3 of them so that we'll have an even 4. Because we'll almost certainly need to make another train at some point. And I just have to remember that I already have the cargo containers, so... Oop. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this up. And you are going to need some fuel, which we have plenty of that. And then your schedule is going to be to head first to the refueling station until you're inactive for 5 seconds. And then head to start a rubite mine until your inventory is full. Or you have been inactive for 5 seconds. Actually, no. Just full cargo inventory. No. Inactivity for 5 seconds. Or you have been there for 200 seconds. And then we will deliver this to ore processing alpha rubite, inventory empty, inactivity for 5 seconds, or time passed for 200 seconds. All right. And turn the train on, and we're going to give it a ride through its cycle. Just a habit of mine. I always like to run the train through its cycle once manually, just to make sure I don't run into any unanticipated. Apparently there's something that I hadn't built. Okay. Little bots are always good for finding missing pieces of the blueprints. Alright, so that's good. We can head to the refueling station. Alright, make sure we head to the mine. Just to make sure we don't have any bugs in this system. Alright, good. We're picking up rubite ore. And then we take the rubite ore. To the ore processing facility. And perfect. Okay. Now, what we need to figure out is how we're going to get the rubite to where it needs to be. Lithium processing is done. We'll grab gem processing one. Alright, good. We have plenty of belts. Alright, so let's bring the belts through here. Let's get rid of these trees, because they're kind of in the way. And what I can do here, I think I want to come through here. So that doesn't quite line up. But that's okay, so it doesn't come all the way through. We'll have to move that out of the way. We'll have to probably put an intermediate one there, and then we'll have to put one there, and then we'll have to bring this up. Let's see. The rubite comes in there, so there. Okay, that should do it. Just waiting to make sure that it comes through. There it is. Alright, crushing. And then we're going to need to do something with the stone. Which, can I bring the stone into this system? I possibly can. And then the slag. I bring the slag down here. What I'm probably going to do here, actually, is for the... I have been voiding the excess mineral catalyst. So I don't have anything to do with it right now, but I just need to keep the system running. But I think for the time being, we're actually just going to disconnect it. I'm just going to disconnect it, and I'm going to let the actual mineral sludge start to build up, because we have that crystallization stuff, and there is some crystallization I'm going to want to do here. So I'm going to let that mineral sludge build up. Alright, so how do I want to handle this? Alright. Let's bring... Let's bring the slag down there. And I'll side load it. Alright, gem processing is done. Pump jacks research 2. And then... I'll bring the stone down here, and I will just blend it into there. For the time being. Alright, so now what we need is we need purified water. And I need to figure out which of these lines is the purified water line and which of these lines is the return line for the wastewater. This is the return line for the wastewater, and it's coming out here. This is the line for the purified water. And it's coming over here, which we don't necessarily need it to come that way. We want it to actually come down. Oh no, just hook it in there. There we go. Oh. You need to be set up for the right type of geodes, cyan geodes. Alright, we need to grab those. We dump those cyan geodes there. Okay, good. Now we got slag coming out. And then we have all the stuff. So now we need to sort out where all of this stuff is going. What do we have? We have lead and nickel. Zinc. Where do we also have nickel? Do we have nickel anywhere? Yes, nickel is here. So We need the nickel to come down to this line. We need the lead to come down to this line. Okay. So what we'll do... let's see. Nickel... Alright, so let's bring the lead down here. Alright, so we have output priority to the right for lead ore, right? So that's the first filter that we're going to be using. So there we go. So that goes down there. And then, actually, we probably should have made that nickel first. But it's alright. It's okay. Let's see, do I want to come down through there? No, we're gonna need like we're gonna need a space, so we're gonna want to put that there. Oh. Alright, that's just blending in. And then we have one of these guys. Output prior to the right for nickel ore. Nickel, right? And then we hook you in there, and there goes the nickel. Perfect. Pump jack research is done. So let's grab vehicle solar panels. Alright, so then we have aluminum, and we have gold coming over here. So we're going to need 2 warehouses. Oh, that put that completely in the wrong place. Alright. There we go. Oh well, we needed it there anyway. So, what we're going to do is we're going to filter out... Actually, we're going to bring this here, and then we're going to have... these 2 guys, right? There we go. And then this is going to come in here. And then we're going to want that to split off. And we're going to send... let's see, which do we want to use for what? Gold is going to come up here. Okay. So we need an output priority to the left for gold ore. And then we bring that there. Give it some power. Perfect. Give it some light. Give it some light. And then we hook everything in. And there we go. Aluminum and gold. Now, we need to deal with this nitric waste water. Now, I think that the only thing that I can do with it right now is turn it into... let's see. The only thing I can do right now is turn it into mineralized water and purified water, which might actually not be a bad idea. But how much would I actually need? Let's see. How we would have to set this up? We have to set this up as this: nitric wastewater. Nitric wastewater comes from rubite processing. And we are using stage 1 flotation cells. Do we have the Mark II? We do have the Mark IIs, but we can't actually make them because they require aluminum plate. We haven't set up aluminum processing yet. So we'll use the Mark Is. And what I need to do is scale this to where we use how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8... 9. So we'll use 18 of these, right? So let's just say 10. That would be 54 of them. Okay, so we don't need to do that many. 5, 27, 2, will handle 11. So then 3 only handle 16. 4 would handle 22. So we would need four hydro plants. We can feed the purified water back into the system. And the mineralized water will probably just clarify. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 iron plate. Okay. Alright, vehicle solar panel equipment is done. Cobalt processing. Grab that. We are going to need to set up production of cobalt steel. Well, we need to actually make cobalt ingots first. We're also going to need to set up Invar. Yeah. Invar uses nickel, if I remember correctly. We do have just a big warehouse full of nickel ingots, so then I'll just have to direct a line down here to combine it with steel, because Invar is a steel-nickel alloy. I have an interesting substance, actually. It has a very low coefficient of thermal expansion. So it doesn't contract very much when it gets cold and doesn't expand very much when it gets hot. So it's very useful in like precision machinery. So, it has a much wider operational temperature range before it no longer functions properly, or parts made out of it will no longer fit correctly. Alright, there we go. Now what are we out of? Stone brick, of course. Alright, so now we have 4 of these things. I think what we're just going to do is I'm just going to do it right around here. I don't think I want to pump this stuff too far. Let's see. If we bring it through here, And let's get rid of this, these trees. Okay, so that mineral sludge is starting to build up. So I have to decide what it is we're going to do with it. Alright, but for now, what we're going to do is we're going to get... Oh, one tree I missed. Okay, so let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to do nitric acid. So you probably don't need that. There we are. And we're going to need power. And some light. Alright, the purified water. I got plenty of pipe. Purified water. Connect everybody here. And then we're gonna cycle this back and feed it back into the system. See, there's purified water there. There is purified water there. So what I'm going to do, this is going to look a little strange, but we're just going to connect that in. Make sure that's back there. Alright, so that should all be cycling back into the system. Oh, actually, I don't want to bring that in there. Sorry, just a second. Stone pipe. Stone pipe. I don't necessarily want to bring that in there. I want to bring it below this pump, right? I want to bring it in here. Because then that feeds back into the clarifiers down this way, right? And make sure that we clarify it so that these guys are continuously running. And then, speaking of clarifiers, we're going to need bricks. Alright. Mining drills research 2. So we'll get mining drills Mark 3. Alright, so I'll be back with some brick. Okay, I'm back with more bricks, and I just made the clarifiers. I made 2 of them, so I wasn't sure that 1 was going to be sufficient. So that's what we're going to do. I mean, this mineralized water we can use for stuff. Like, we can use it for algae farms, but, you know, at the moment, I just don't have a place to put it, so we're going to clarify it. I mean, it may be worth going ahead and putting a tank on it. And then doing an overflow valve. I mean, I could do that. Right? I can put a tank on it. Start filling that up. Put Put that overflow valve here. Just so that I have it built up somewhere, just in case I need it at some point. You know, you never know. Okay, there we are. So now, our rubite should be rolling. Purified water is fine. Purified water is fine. Nitric wastewater probably is going to need to drain for a little bit. In fact, what I might go ahead and do is do the same thing, where I put a bit of a buffer tank on it. Just so that we can get it running. Like, just, actually, probably would have been better to do an inline tank. Then I can just drop that tank right there and just say boom, boom. And then the tank will start to fill up. While the these guys run and start getting rid of this wastewater out of here. Okay. Now, we're going to want to get a lot of this, all this stuff here. Vehicle fusion cell equipment, power armor, worker robot, energy shield equipment. Is there something here that's a high priority for what we're going to be doing next? I don't think so. Well, let's just keep running large area mining drills. I mean, I don't think we really need the next type of processing stuff because I'm not really worried about that too much. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to end this episode here with the rubite now running at full speed. And then what we'll probably be doing next is bringing the aluminum up and the silver up to where we're processing ore, and then we'll be taking that and turning and starting to set up the where is it? Setting up the nitric acid processing around here somewhere. Might grab some landfill and fill in around here so we have some room to work. And then we will pump the nitric acid over here, load it on a train, and then be ready to set up a rubite and bobmonium mine with infinite ore. Okay, so we will work on that next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.